Happy Thursday, Tea Goddesses. I feel like I
Happy
should go around one
Thursday.
by one and be like, what is up? Starting with Ursula, but we'll go back into it when some people hop on. But we've had a lot astrologically, and then a lot astrologically we're moving into. So we'll definitely need to touch some base on that. And I know we've all been doing all kinds of things. And I missed you all last week, but I'm so glad you held it down and it was beautiful. And I tuned in, and you guys, it was amazing. Everybody that was a part of that. So thank you so much. And yeah, hi Candy. We're so glad you're here. So Ursula, how are you doing?
I'm good. It is raining here, and I got the air on, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm just chilling.
Awesome. Lexi
Yeah.
Lou, how you doing?
I am surviving. I'm good up here in Vermont. I'm hoping we get a nice storm. I could use a nice little rainstorm. I got the window open, no air. So I'm a little sparkly, a little shiny up here, but it's okay. If I'm fanning myself, that's why.
Dewy.
Yes, dewy.
Dewey. Hi Helen, glad you're here. Hello, welcome everyone. Happy Thursday. Lexi's Dewey. How's Jesse?
I'm doing it. I'm living the dream. I had a day where I'm sick of my own. I'm just gonna be honest, everyone. So here I am.
Wait a sec. You had a day what? I can't hear you that well. Can you guys hear Jesse?
Sick of my own crap. My own crap.
Sorry to make you repeat that, but thank you.
No, every time I say it, I feel a little better. So
Rock
Yep.
and roll. I honor
No,
that.
It helps.
it's raining here too, and it's like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I'm good though. But I'm just
Good.
gonna be honest. Sometimes,
Candy says it's a little moist where she's at too.
yeah, it's been raining. Dewy.
How about you, Mandy?
How are you doing, Mandy?
I'm doing pretty good overall. It was definitely last week was very challenging for me. I feel like I always get the first week of Mercury retrograde, like pre-shadow is always like my week for the chaos. And last week was chaos. But I invite it. I enjoy it. I do the best I can to see the silver linings and perspectives and gifts and things. So even on the worst days, I try to just find gratitude and stuff. And I enjoyed surfing the waves. And I've been surfing the waves. And I feel like this week I'm like coming back. And I'm like, all right, I feel a little better, a little more like myself. But I do feel like I got a little bitch slapped, as Lexi would probably say, by that energy, which Ursula is going to tell us about. Welcome. Hello. Hi, Tracy. We're so glad you hopped
Hi,
on with
Tracy.
us. We got to hold some soul space in person with Tracy on Monday night. If you're around the South Jersey area, typically close to the first Monday of every month, we hold an in-person soul circle at Spa de Luxe in Egg Harbor Township. And it's just a wonderful, beautiful, intimate space, a great little circle we've been hosting. So if you ever want to hop into that, hop on in. And then also online, we have our soul membership, and that includes a lot of things. Urs, do you want to tell people about that?
It includes access to our monthly online soul circle, which is very much like our in-person soul circle, just an online version. And it also includes our monthly soul broadcast, which is now exclusively part of that, and a monthly guided meditation, and social media. If anyone's not on social media, there's a private group posted just on our website. So you can connect with other members in there. And there's one thing, live readings like we do on Thursday nights for the public, but only for members. So that is lots rolled into that, and that's only $11.11 per month. And yet there's a free 30-day trial included. And that's right on our homepage.
And we love it. And there's a lot of bang for your buck. And this month we, what was our topic this month? Align your heart.
Authenticity and aligning with your heart, which is in alignment with the current Venus retrograde that we have going on.
Hi, Julie. Glad you're here. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Sophia. We're glad you're here and sending a lot of love. And she said, what a cool offering. Oh, we're so grateful. We're so grateful you're all here. So yes, that's what
Authenticity.
Ursula was just chatting about, our soul garden, and we just love it and we're proud of it and it's incredible. And we hope you join it 'cause it's a lot of bang for your buck and it helps support the Sea Goddesses. So we'd appreciate it if you enjoy that sort of thing and could use the extra support. So if anybody would like a reading, I know Tracy, I think, is the first one who said she'd like a reading. If anybody would like a reading, let us know, write it down. If you have a specific question, that's cool. If not, if you just want something general, that's awesome too. Because Sophia said authenticity or bust. Rock and roll on that, sister. Agreed. Hi, Janet. Glad you're here. And Candy said, promise no body/camera issues tonight. Candy, we had fun last night in our Shadow Twerk class, which we're coming to the end of Shadow Twerk. It was a 12-week series. We only have 2 more weeks left. We are going to be a Shadow Twerk fallback, and that's going to probably start either last week of September or first week of October. So look for announcements soon because registration will open soon. And we'd love to have you there. Shadow Twerk is a really cool, magnificent space. I'm also teaching that workshop in person this weekend in Egg Harbor Township at the Witch Wookiees Phases of the Moon Festival. Ursula is going to be teaching on Saturday. What are you teaching there, Urs?
Reaping the rewards of Venus retrograde.
I think that this could be a nice segue while we're getting our reading list together. Alicia says, hi, what is up? So glad you're here. And Candy would love a reading too, anything that we have. So while we get our reading list together, Ursula, will you give us a little mini astro weather thing? What is going on in our energies? We've had a lot.
Well, we had the full moon last week. So that was concurrent with Venus retrograde, as well as the Mercury pre-shadow, as you were talking about, Mandy. So you got full mooned and retrograded, double retrograded. So with this Venus retrograde in particular, the overarching themes that I'm coming to see with people that I know and people that I'm working with are dropping into your heart space, authenticity for sure. That's very much what the Leo energy is all about, and that's highest vibration. And just really knowing that the only person that needs to validate you is you. And the affirmation that I included with my soul broadcast content for this month was, the strongest relationship I have is the one with myself. So it's really asking us to dig into what our heart wants and honor our heart the most and come from our heart space in everything that we're doing and creating and putting out into the world. And that's the gist. And we're in the thick of it right now. The retrograde with Venus is always 40 days and 40 nights. So it started on July 22nd. You may have started to notice some themes brewing around that, around heart healing, or exes coming back into your life to remind you of relationships that need some healing or something like that around June 5th. And the retrograde will continue until September 3rd. And then on the other side of it is the integration period until Venus leaves the sign of Leo in early October. So we'll have concurrent Mercury-Venus retrogrades for a while and towards the end of August, as well as another full moon at the end of this month. So 2 full moons during a Venus retrograde is pretty rare. We're in a blue moon month, and that next full moon will be on August 30th. So lots of emotions bubbling up, lots of healing opportunities in all of this too, because Venus is actually making a very harmonious aspect to Chiron, which is quote unquote the wounded healer, but ultimately the planet, asteroid, whatever you want to call it, that relates to our healing journey. And there's so much opportunity for healing in this Venus retrograde in particular.
Whoop whoop.
I was gonna say, were you gonna comment on that, Lex?
I was just like, yes, the healing. Like, within the chaos, to know that it's actually a process of healing and releasing is the only thing that gets me through. Because it can feel like when you're in the thick of it, it can be like an energetic get, unwanted get of emotions and triggers and everything. So, yeah. We're here to heal.
Yes. And think back, the retrograde themes kind of tie together. So think back to 8 years ago, what was happening in 2015 for you? Is there anything resurfacing from that time of your life? 8 years before that, 8 years before that. So you can kind of weave the threads together, weave the golden Venus threads together and see, how much deeper can you go with whatever's happening.
That's the part that gets me to the 8 year thing because yes. And yes, and yes, and yes. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, me too.
Like when I did some math, I was like, oh, yep.
Yep, and I'll be really
8 plus 8 plus 8.
Yep. And I'll be doing another podcast episode next week under the Leo full moon, and I'll do another astro weather check for that one.
Yeah, and if anyone has any feedback about what they've been experiencing the past week and how this energy is making them feel, let us know. I saw Janet commented and said, it's all need to slow its roll. It's been a rough week. I feel you on that. No doubt about it. All right. So we're getting our reading list together for tonight. And we had Janet and Candy. And then next I see, this one was Candy's. Alicia.
Tracy and Candy.
Tracy, then Candy.
Did I miss a Janet?
I think she was. Who was? Tracy was first, and then
Tracy was first.
Hold on, I'm going.
I have Tracy, Candy, Alicia, Julie, Sophia, Carol, and Jolly.
Yeah,
Bailey.
that's what I got.
Okay. Awesome, you guys rock. And Sophia said, "My birthday is the 15th. Can I get a birthday message from Angel / Spirit? Whoever wants to come through to party. Love it. Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday.
You get a new moon for your birthday.
Awesome. Hi, Jay Lee. Glad you're here. Julie would also like to request a reading for her mom, Carol, who is watching tonight for the first time. Welcome, Carol. We're glad you joined us. Have a little Thursday night soul space with us. We're Sea Goddess Healing Arts. We offer all kinds of different alternative healing modalities or natural healing and spiritual healing, such as astrology, aromatherapist. That's what Ursula does. I'm an intuitive ascension guide, so I hold soul space with people. I'm basically like a life coach with a spiritual twist, and I'm so grateful to be able to see a lot of times karmas and past lives and patterns and different things we're working on just to grow on our journey here. And I mostly channel angels and some Magdalene energy and some other things. Jessie's an incredible space holder. She's a conscious nanny and works with gifted children often. She's also, may I share what you're in school for, Jess?
Sure.
She's also in school right now. We're always growing and studying and learning because she's going to be working hopefully with the police one day to help missing children as a psychic detective, which would be pretty cool, and a seer. And then she's also responsible for our Orgone original works, which Orgone and Orgonite, it's incredible. It's a mix and a blend set in resin of different crystals, copper and aluminum. Yeah, Earth is showing you one of the pyramids. Protects you against cell phone radiation, Wi-Fi, EMFs, all kinds of stuff. Lexi. And then whatever kind of healing crystal is in there, it amplifies around you like a lot. So you can check this out. We got links on our website. Jessie can make custom stuff. We highly encourage it. And then last but certainly not least, we have Lexi, our mermaid in the mountains, who is an incredible sacred space holder. She has a wealth of knowledge in all kinds of things. First and foremost, she's an incredible conscious parent, and she's raising 4 incredible beings and teaching all of us every day all kinds of things. She's an awesome reader, an awesome teacher. We co-teach Shadow Twerk together, and we just love it. We're so grateful. So I'm so glad you're all here tonight, and we're going to give you a little sample of our reading. So if you want a reading, write it down, let us know. Janet was on the list. She said, I will. If you guys girls have time, no worries. Hi, Glenda. We're so glad you're here tonight. I'm so glad you're here. What's up, Glenda? And hey, Emma, glad you made it tonight. We love and appreciate you. And did Helen make it on the list? She said, I never hit send. So make sure we get Helen on the list. And hi, Lisa. We're so glad you're here. So nice to see you.
I love you.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to go ahead, and Lisa said she'd love a reading if we have time. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I think maybe what we'll do, since we have a nice list going, is maybe like we'll go in order, and Ursula does one, and Jesse and Lexi, and then me. And we'll go from there. Do we want to do like we each do just one person and move to the next person? Or do we want to each pull a card for each person?
That's going to take too long to get through the list at this point.
Okay, so let's do perfect. So that's how we're going to do it tonight. Ursula, you want to kick off our party with the first reading?
Yeah, I actually already pulled for Tracy, so.
Yeah,
I do have to boogie in about 15 minutes, so I'll just hop off if we're in the middle of something.
Perfect.
So Tracy, I pulled for you from my Sacred Rebels deck because I love working with this deck, especially when we're talking about authenticity, because being our authentic selves is a form of sacred rebellion, in my opinion. So the card that came out for you is number 16, What You Want Wants You. And with the numbers on these, with numerology, we bring that down to a single number. So 6 + 1 is 7, and that is the number of the mystic. And we're actually in a 7-year right now. So this is very much, and look at that spiral, look at the sacred geometry that she's kind of weaving through the messages that she's getting from spirit into her consciousness with her hair blowing and all the things. So this just says to me so much about that connection that you have to your higher self and to spirit, and to trust that, and that this mystical journey is a part of your path at this time. And then the one thing that I feel is really important with these is the healing process that's included with each card in the guidebook. And this one's simple and easy. It just says, repeat this statement 3 times with feeling. What I want wants me, and I am open, willing, and capable to receive it through unconditional love now. That's for you, Tracy.
I love that. That's beautiful. All right. Jesse, do you want to take the next person on our list?
Sure.
And if you're just tuning in, welcome. We're each doing readings tonight and offering some samples of our services. Thanks for hanging with us.
So I was drawing a card and one fell off the desk, so I'm going to go with that one instead. Who's this for? Who's this for?
Let's see. I am scrolling to see who's next.
It's Candy's turn.
Okay, Candy. Sorry.
Candy.
Okay. So there was one card. Had a card in my hand, and I was about to flip it, and another one fell off the desk, so I picked that one up instead. And it turns out it's number 44. Sorry. Okay, 44. And again, I've got my Dreamweaver's Oracle deck because I just can't put it down, and I'm not gonna put it down. So, Weavers know that all is God. Number 44. Essential meaning: the conscious universe is the source of supply. Spirit is fundamental to life. The mystical is the primary reality. The Weavers know that all is God. Do you? This is a profound magical time in your life, and it's important that you recognize your relationship with your higher power as essential and primary. Consider all the gifts of your very existence. When you breathe, ask yourself who is breathing you, what force moves through you, animating you and those you love. The universe is the spark of life within you and nature. In you is true magic, connecting you to the web of all creation. Each strand woven on your behalf is pure consciousness. Right now, you're being asked to remember this and feel what that means to you. Every single thing in your life is sacred and infused with the power of Spirit, God, the conscious universe. Even your difficulties are infused with the sacred and are always beckoning you to remember who you truly are. An immortal, spiritual being having a mortal human experience. Can you see right now that whatever you're asking about has divinity sparkling through it? Treat the subject of your question with reverence and step into the sacred dance. You cannot go wrong. You're meant to have this experience right now. I've never gotten this one before. So I feel like that's reminding us that everything we're going through has a purpose. Even the things that are difficult have a purpose. And that nothing that's going wrong is actually going wrong. That's hard to... I have trouble with that one, but I do understand it intellectually. So I feel like every single thing in your life is sacred. Everything, even the things that seem harder, and understanding that just us being alive and conscious as humans in the way that we are is magic. So that means everything that we do and that goes on has a spark of magic in it too. And I feel like there's some comfort in that, even when we have difficult days. Yeah, I could do with that one too.
Thank you, Jessie. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you all so much for tuning in and being here with us right now. We are Sea Goddess Healing Arts doing our Thursday night live readings, and Lexi's up for Alicia now.
So, Alicia, there is a theme of air in your draw. So I got give that shit up. There's better shit on the horizon. And then you got air spirit, knowledge, number 1. First card of the deck, kind of the Fool's card. But this card is really coming in to talk about and remind you that, air represents wisdom and our mental activity and our ability to reason and to really think things through, to take a moment and breathe, take a moment and get a higher perspective on certain things going on. It's also a card for new beginnings and remembering that every day is a new beginning, right? You have a chance every moment, right? Every moment is a new beginning. It's a new minute. It's a new, an opportunity per se to, take that breath, get clear, and focus before you put that first step forward. So it just is a good card to bring you back to your breath, to you, and to getting a higher perspective of situations and things going on. So let go of what is holding you down and not allowing you to breathe. Get rid of what feels like weight, cut yourself free, and get a higher perspective. I hope that resonates. Mandy, you got Julie next.
Awesome. Beautiful, Lexi. Thank you all so much for being here. And hello, I know I was putting up some names and saying hi. I'm so glad each and every one of you are here, new friends and old friends, and it's very warm tonight and beautiful. So I'm excited and grateful for this party. For Julie tonight, I'm going to pull for you from the Rose deck by Rebecca Campbell. Roses, Julie. What should I do most? Damn, this is sexy. Wow. Okay. First, you got rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. This is an opportunity for you right now to really enjoy the sensuality of life. One of the reasons we all choose to incarnate here on this planet, I believe, is so that we can enjoy our sensuality and our senses. And even if it's tasting what it's like or feeling what it's like to drink water or take a shower or smell a rose or move these amazing vessels and flesh suits that we all chose that are so similar yet so unique in so many ways. And it's an opportunity to romance yourself a bit, date a bit. If you've got, date yourself a bit, take yourself to do some things that you really want. If you do have a partnership, it's a nice time to foster that and open that up a little bit and see where you can add a little sweetness to all of your relationships, but especially with yourself. You then get the return. New story, you decide, alignment, it's all coming together. This is an opportunity for you to truly capitalize upon this Lionsgate portal and follow the portal of your heart into whatever is new for you, whether that's a new way of being, a new relationship, a new phase in life. It is your time. And they're showing you've just come through a lot and you've released a lot, and it's time for you to really indulge and deserve a lot of sweetness. And then with that, you get open, say yes, expanding through the extremes, and trust life. So this is a time for you to say yes, even if you're a little scared. There's often great rewards on the other side of fear, and your intuition will tell you what is right for you and what's not. And if you feel like this little pull from your heartstrings and overall it feels warm and inviting, it's time to go for it. So you get a whole lot of permission right now and a whole lot of opportunity and encouragement even to drop into your sweetness. So I hope that that helps you and supports you tonight, Julie. I'm so glad you're here. Awesome. And
So-
then next up we have,
I got the birthday lady.
You got the birthday lady.
you got the
Yay,
birthday
how
lady.
fitting. Sophia, so because you're on the heels of your solar return, I pulled from my Black Moon astrology cards for you. And the card that came up is the Part of Fortune. And this is one of the lesser known not aspects, but chart points, I guess you could say. It's not a planet. It's like a throwback to ancient times and the ancient science of astrology. And what this card relates to, it's number 45. So add that up to a 9. So it's like kind of like the completion of a cycle. And what this means is it says increase on the card, and that's the message on there. So I'll just do the section of this in the guidebook that says the card in brief for everyone's benefit and for yours especially. Inherent talents, the gifts one is born with, what comes easily, what is natural, instincts, perception, desires, success, gains, where one has good fortune, happiness, wealth, creativity, what flows in easily, having your needs provided for, encountering success, increase, generosity, openness, public recognition, acclaim, good health, being virtuous, habits, patterns, sensation, a sense of belonging, the gifts of childhood, family issues, cycles, finding balance, anxiety, fear of failure, taking on more than you can handle, repairing what needs to be fixed, working off the grid, being responsible solely for your own victory. So there's a lot that's packed into that. I think that there's probably some themes brewing in there. I know you do, particularly in the realm maybe of higher learning or new courses of study or new connections to your consciousness in a new way, to your higher self. 9. So you're just like, you're in the last days of your last personal year and you're starting new and fresh on a new one. So it's a very interesting time. Like you might already start to see some of the themes brewing for your next personal year ahead. So happy, happy, happy birthday. And I'm glad that resonated for you.
What a beautiful birthday reading. And bye, Candy. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're sending you love. And happy, happy birthday, Sophia. We so love and appreciate you and your amazing incarnation in this world. And we're grateful you're a part of our community. And we've been able to weave and cross paths with you. I'm excited for you. I hope it's a wonderful, amazing year that you deserve. All righty. Let's keep this party going. Who's next?
Lex,
Back up.
can you put Terry and Kelly on the list, Lex? Okay, good. I just thought it. Okay.
Oh, you have Carol next.
It's me.
Jesse.
Okay. Okay, I got number 35. All the threads of fate must bend. Now, I've gotten this one quite often for myself. So I feel it. This essential meaning of this card is being flexible, cultivating resilience and adaptability. There's no such thing as a situation that is perfectly set in one state of being. Nothing difficult and painful will remain that way forever, and nothing joyous and free will remain in the same expression forever either. Imagine the weaving of the threads of fate in the tapestry of life. The threads must bend and move as they are pliable, supple, and not meant to be rigid sticks. Life is the same way. Your experience of life now requires you to be adaptable to conditions and flexible as to how you respond to them. In this way, you build up a resilience to meet life on life's terms while simultaneously continuing to pay attention to your dreams and desires for your most meaningful life. Seen this way, all of life is an experience. You are a story that is always in motion, changing, dancing with the dreamweavers, surrendering your desires, allowing curiosity to lead you in the dark and uncharted territories ahead of you. Right now, release your rigid ideas of how you think things should be, how the form of things should be, how another person should be, and just allow a state of wonder and curiosity to lead you. Ask yourself in wonder, what might I discover here? Let go of your assumptions. Be present to this beautiful opportunity offered to you right now. Fate has brought you to this moment, but destiny will be what you make it to mean. So I just feel like I just am seeing a river flowing with lots of rocks in the way, but the river just keeps going. Like if it's frozen and it's ice, it doesn't go anywhere. It just stops, and it's like nothing moves. But when it's fluid, and if you're like water, it can flow around any obstacle in the way. So let's set aside and I'm saying let's because like this is so for me too. Both cards I drew are like jazz. So I feel like we have to like let go of our rigid ideas of the shoulds. Because what the heck is that anyways? Should what? Says who? Like, says who, So so if we can just be curious about what might happen next instead of being upset that it didn't go a certain way or you have a preconceived notion. I think we should just toss all our preconceived notions right out the window and see what happens instead. That's what I got from that one. I hope that helps.
Ooh, I love that, Jesse. And it's funny, you got 35 and I got 35 for Dolly too. So
be free. It's like be free. Just go with it. Forget the shoulds.
I love that. Cut ties with all the shoulds. Which is like the next card. For Jolly, I hope I'm saying your name right. Spirit Guardian of Autumn, letting go. Let go. Sorry, my invasive mother not realizing I'm in the middle of something and calling. No.
Gotta love it.
So letting go, this card is asking you to surrender and reminding you that all is well. You don't have to do it alone, and the Creator is cheering you on. Letting go can be healing. When we hold on to things that are really out of our control, it causes stress and unhappiness and dis-ease within the body. So letting go of the things that we cannot control is a big part of this card. This card talks about the seasons, and the season in particular is autumn. Autumn is a time it has been recognized for slowing down and allowing for things to die away and cycle through, right? Get rid of things, let go, declutter, slow down and listen to yourself. So one of the other points in this was letting go opens up space. When we let go of things, it's only making room for what's in alignment to truly fall into place. It's also letting go of things to make time for the things that you need: rest, relaxation, self-care. You can't do it all, and you definitely can't do it from an empty cup or pour from an empty cup. So make sure that you are letting go of things that aren't fulfilling you to make room for things that do fill your cup. So Spirit is here to help you and wants to help you and is definitely trying to come through and give you a sign and help you let go and release the things that you need to let go of. And it's funny because you also got get your sweet ass outside. live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air, and that is the best place to go to let things go. If you need to burn some things outside, burn a letter to release some things, get outside, ground, get those feet in some dirt, sand, grass, whatever it is around you, and then just feel the sun, the moonlight upon your face, upon your body. Allow the breeze to take away your worries, your troubles, the things holding you down. Just release in whatever way feels right to you. Get outside, ground, release, and remember that spirit is there holding you and helping to guide you. So I hope that resonates. And Janet is next for Miss Mandy.
Awesome. Hello, Alima. Yes, we will put you on the list. We got you. Glad you're here. And hello, Raven. What is up? My sister, one of my closest soul sisters and best buds right there. So my heart to yours. So glad you're here tonight. And yeah, we're cruising. So if anybody wants a reading, we will add your name to the list. And we're heading back up to, who was it, Lexi?
We are on to Janet.
Okay. Awesome. I think I'm almost there. I like to put up the comment if I can. There it is. Perfect. All right, Janet, I'm feeling called to pull from the Healing Waters deck for you. Healing Waters for Janet. What does she need to know most right now? What messages would you like to pass to her? All right. You've got some opportunity here. This is nice to do some deeper work with yourself. At this time, first you get the wellspring. What are you thirsty for? Body care, take a breath. Your guides want you to know that this time it is really important for you to take a beat, to take a breath, to breathe in and to see what Janet really needs for Janet right now. They're showing that you are of service often to so many things. And for all of us, it's easy to forget to fill up our own well. And at this time, you really do. Literally drink extra water, get the rest where you can, give yourself nourishing exercises and things that stimulate your beautiful mind, they're saying, and really enjoy that at this time. You then get beneath the surface. What's really driving you? True motives breaking free. They're showing a lot of things that just aren't feeling in alignment for you or falling away. There's some things you've gotten really good at that actually kind of like drain you, make you not feel good, but there's some amazing skills that are coming in for you and your sensitivities are rising at this time. So that means things that are beneath the surface, that are feeling a little rough or something, they're coming up for healing. Triggers and are opportunities to heal, and things only come up when they're ready to be seen and held with love. And even in this picture, it's so beautiful. She's literally like giving gratitude and pulling things in and enjoying the energy of the beneath the surface. A great time for you to journal maybe a little bit right now and just meditate and spend some time on what your soul's trying to tell you. You then get thank you, gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. This is an opportunity to also be so grateful for everything you've made it through and all the things that are still serving you at this time. Even if it's just taking a shower at the end of the day to rinse off the crap, even if it's, the food that you're grateful for, the friendships, the love. I see you got a little fur baby. I have a little blonde Yorkie too. Her name's Pepper. It's an opportunity to just drop into gratitude, especially on our worst days, because that's how we open up to true abundance. That's how the universe gives us more of what it is we're wanting. So I hope that supports you and helps you tonight. And we're so glad you're here. Thanks for holding space with us and asking for some cards. All right. And then I think Jesse's going to move on to Helen.
Hi, Helen. So for you, I drew card number 3. When Coyote calls your name. I've never gotten this one before either, so I love it when that happens. Thank you, everyone, for helping me learn my new deck. So when Coyote calls your name, divine detours, the value of not getting what you think you want, discovering greater treasure when you are forced to change course. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm just completely reading myself tonight. Sometimes you find yourself confused about your direction. You might have been so sure you were meant for this situation, this love, this job, this thing, yet you're forced to walk away. All the signs had been pointing to potential magic and fulfillment, but somehow things are not turning out the way you expected or wanted. When Coyote calls your name, you're being given a great gift. This apparent loss, detour, or change of course has been set in motion to give you what you truly need. The dream weavers know the truth in your heart. They know the perfect reflections of your greatest dreams are already available and woven into the fabric of your life, just waiting for you to discover them. But they are meant to come in a different form than the one you've become attached to. In this moment, it's important for you to surrender your expectations and trust in divine timing and form. When Coyote calls your name, you will know this way was the best way for you after all. Your life is woven true, and the new threads of your experience sparkle. There really was no loss or disappointment at all, only a new meaningful adventure and a beautiful story to tell. So, yeah, like, oh man, how many how many times did we think we knew exactly what we needed, and the universe was like, not quite, and then, oh man. So I feel like most of all this card is about releasing attachment to outcomes, even though it's talking about even though the direct thing is like what you worked towards or what you expected or wanted or thought this or that about didn't happen or whatever. I think that the ultimate message here is releasing attachment to outcomes and trusting. There's that big old trust word again. Trusting that what does happen is what is best. That's so hard though. I'm not even gonna like pretend like any of that's easy. The words
That's the biggest work.
That's
the biggest work, Jess. Like, you're calling, like, I want to practice a pause there if it's okay with you, because I feel like that is such a sliding door gateway moment for so many people. Trust is a really hard thing to gain, and it's what we need in order to ascend. And it starts with little things like showing up for yourself, like setting yourself a little goal. Okay, I want to pull myself a card a day. I want to do yoga each day. I want to drink a juice. I want to meditate. I want to do something that makes me feel better. I want to read a few pages of a book each day. Then when you attain that goal, you gain a little more love and self-trust and self-confidence because you start showing up for yourself. Then when you start talking to spirit and angels and you're like, yo, angels, help me out, protect me, show me a sign, give me some things. Then you start to build a lot of trust with them, with the angels, with God, spirit, universe, all that good stuff. And then you're able to really, truly start to discern and trust from your own intuition who it's safe to have trustworthy relationships with. And so big trust is a huge thing for the conscious journey and for our own personal journeys, and one of the biggest energetic meters that we have. So I'm really glad you brought that up, Jessie.
I think that trusting the outcome instead of being attached to an outcome is really important, because so many things are out of our control, and a lot of times we meet more resistance when we try to control. So that kind of relates back to the water thing, or like the flow thing. Letting things, I'm not saying don't put forth effort to get what you want or whatever, but just letting what happens happen, find the value in everything that does happen. My teacher right now really tries to hammer home the importance of being wrong sometimes, that she's learned the most from being wrong. And I'm certain that when I'm right, I don't really learn too much, because it's like, oh, I'm right, let's move on. But when I'm wrong, I'm forced to analyze things and think about what actually happened, and there's value in that. So I feel like just not being too terribly attached to the outcome of things, and don't let the outcome of one thing affect another thing perhaps as well. Go with the flow. I also realize that these things are not simple things to accomplish. So I just want to put that out there too. It's something to strive for, though. If you find yourself meeting a lot of emotional resistance, try to let go of your attachment to an outcome of whatever it is you're thinking about. It could help. And the value in whatever is actually going on versus the hardship can be helpful. Food for thought.
I think that's beautiful food for thought. And then next up, I believe we have Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Lisa also gave Jessie some extra love when Jessie was saying hi to her. And she said she loved you too. And she'd love to have a reading. So, Lexi, you're up for Lisa, which is fun because I think I know that both Jessie and I have held beautiful space with Lisa in some spaces and places. So I think it's beautiful that you get to pull for her tonight.
My house is covered with Lisa's artwork.
Oh,
Ooh, love it. I love it. So, Lisa, I got a card for you that I've actually pulled for myself multiple times just recently. So I saw it again and it was like, oh, here we go. Spirit showing it again. So I'm going to share this card. It is from the Herb Crafters Tarot deck, and it is Ace of Air, Yarrow. Don't fence me in. Discernment is necessary for survival. Know your wounds, identify your medicine. A wild bramble grows along a barbed wire fence in front of a dry field with a mountain in the distance. A hummingbird lands on a leafless, thorn-laden stem. Several sword-like yarrow plants fill the base of the thicket. The feathery leaves bend with a warm summer breeze, and the crisp white flowers reach beyond the boundary. The first seeds of a new idea can be found outside your front door. Take a fresh look at an ancient calling from spirit. Though it is a common weed, yarrow often goes unnoticed. Inspiration is close, yet you may have overlooked it as an ordinary or not valuable enough. Use discernment and reasoning to see clearly. It is important to positively identify yarrow because lookalikes can be deadly. Set feelings aside and follow the truth. Funny, right? We were just talking about setting feelings aside, right? And following our truth. So start with what you already know. Seek vision from your ancestors. Crafting with the Ace of Air. The Latin name for yarrow comes with the myth of Achilles. Read his birth story, then journal the question, what is my Achilles heel? How is it keeping me from my destiny? Cultivate discernment by learning to identify yarrow and its lookalikes. Craft a powder of dried yarrow leaves to stop bleeding. Use it in magical practice to heal wounds that cut to the bone. So, it's so funny. I got this card, and then, of course, all I can see is yarrow everywhere. Every time I turn, going down, I look closer, it's yarrow. So this card is like one of my favorites when it especially comes to the don't fence me in part. I feel like right now the theme with this Venus retrograde is like releasing those confines, like the Barbie jumping out of her box and like breaking free from the box that has her labeled as what she is, right? And so it's kind of like, to me, like that crossing certain boundaries, trusting, right? Just who put that boundary up? Was it you, or was it, somebody trying to control or influence? What was the conditioned belief of this boundary? So, and know that you are ultimately your own medicine, right? Like we can be our own medicine. So just yeah. I hope that resonates. And then I also got for you from the fun deck, it's Fuck This Shit O'Clock. Take a 5-minute mental vacation. So.
Fuck this shit o'clock.
Fuck this shit o'clock.
I think everybody probably likes that one.
That one.
Oh, beautiful. That was for Lisa. Welcome if you're just tuning in. We're so glad you're here. We're doing some live readings, round robin style, just showing you some of our skills and the space we love to hold for each other and for all of you whenever we can. And I think Kelly's up next. Is that who you guys have on your list? Awesome. And she says, hey, Jess. And she said, I'd love a card. So I'm feeling called to pull from the Rose deck for you, Kelly.
Kelly's responsible for my Saint Snoop.
For your what?
My Saint Snoop.
Oh, we love Saint Snoop. We may have hung out with him when we were at Jesse's house. All right. Speaking of buds, roses for Kelly. What you got? All right.
I'm still feeling the don't fence me in part. I'm just like, yeah.
Love that.
Like that, like breaking free from the confidants.
Who built that fence?
Kelly's got some radical energy going on here, sister. We've got release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. Big shifts happening for you right now. They're showing internally and externally, and this is a time for you to truly enjoy it, to weave your magic, to ride your wave, to let your heart break open where it needs to, and to wipe your tears and recognize them as healing waters and know that you're expanding in so many ways, and it's safe to truly release whatever's not serving you and whatever's going on there. You then get the reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, friendship. It's time where it's safe to move to newer, different relationships. The ones that have stuck around are good right now and holy. And there's some new ones coming in for opportunities for growth right now. Relationships are the best spaces that we can all grow as humans because it's what's on our heart and minds. It's what we want to connect with, but they're all temporary. Even the people we love the most that we're with the longest, you still can, even the love of your life can only get so close. And so it's so important to know that when unions and friendships and partnerships and cool things come in, it's always an opportunity for soul growth and for giving and receiving. And they're saying to enjoy that. You then get, last but not least, the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. So this is a time for you to enjoy whatever it is that you're coming in right now, and like follow what your heart is telling you because it's right on track and you deserve this time. And it is a second bloom, and you get to open and shine and be savored and enjoy the sunlight and reap rewards of what you deserve and have worked hard for. So that's pretty cool, pretty badass. A lot of ups and downs, but it's like a triumphant movie at the end. Like it's got all the feelings around your energy right now. So enjoy that, and I hope it supports you. And we're sending you lots of love. Thanks for being here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know that's like me.
Oh, good. Rock and roll. See, it's so fun because I'm in South Jersey right now. Jesse's up in North Jersey and Lexi's up in Vermont. And we have so many beautiful people that sometimes we hold space with just one of us. Sometimes in classes, we meet people together. Sometimes we've never met anybody. And it's fun tonight because a lot of the times the people we haven't met yet, we're like reading for one another or for them and haven't met them. And it's fun because we can validate it for each other because we know sometimes what's going on behind the scenes. So that was beautiful. And I love our connections.
On point.
Awesome. Excellent. Okay. Oh, Janet sent an angry face, but didn't mean to. Don't you worry at all. I do that all the time because it's like so close to all the other ones. And then I always hit like angry or haha when it's like something serious that you're not supposed to. So all is forgiven. And thank you for finding the chip jar for us. We appreciate it. It helps us go to our Sea Goddess bills. It's just something that you guys requested from us actually. And we really appreciate it. So we put it all towards our business stuff when that comes in, and it's really a big help. And we appreciate it, but it's not required at all. And this is definitely a gift of our energies. All right. Who is next on our list?
Terry is next.
Yay,
Terry.
Oh, Terry loves you too.
Perfect. Terry with Jesse.
Yes, I've known Terry quite a while now.
I know. Hi, Terry. I'm so glad you're here. My heart is warm.
Terry, Kelly, and Lisa were all in the very first mediumship group I was ever in, and they saw me losing it, trying to harness my whatnots. Many years ago, ladies. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Okay. Remember that? So, I got number 9 for Terry. When a witch must drink their brew. Goodness, I never had this one. Crows. I've been seeing a lot of crows lately. That's interesting. All right, let's see what we have here.
I just love it already and got chills. So whatever it is, it's pretty
That's
awesome.
pretty beautiful and intense looking to me. It's like a whole galaxy in the back of the one. All right, here we go. I love this. I'm getting so many new cards tonight that I've not seen yet. Being unapologetically comfortable in who you are. Here we go. Okay. Trusting and knowing your own magic, being authentic and inspired, the courage to own your values and who you are, not succumbing to the spell of society. Terry, we know this. We know this. I've been waiting years for Terry to just be like, I'm the most magical bitch of the universe. That's what this is. Do it. You are. Okay. Anyway, do you trust in your own magic? You should. There is no one like you, and your essence is brimming with life force and purpose unique to you. This is your magic elixir, so drink it down and cast off what doesn't serve you. Being fully yourself is what's required of you right now. Nothing less will do. Yes, it takes courage to cast off the spell of society with all its expectations, manipulations, and restrictions to claim your true expression. Do you worry about the consequences? What if you won't fit in? These are times when a new world is being birthed. Your truest note in the symphony of life can only be played by you. This is how you serve the whole world in harmony with others to create the sweetest music. This is a time for you to ask yourself what is truly authentic to you, what is in or out of alignment with your values. Adjust your life where you need to, for this is a profound time to stand up, shine, and be seen. Drink in your own magic, share it with the world, and be bold. When a witch must drink their brew, they are at a profound moment to own their own magic, just like you. You were born for these times. Oh, Terry, I don't need to say anything else. You are there yet. You're there yet. You're there yet. You're there yet. You're there yet. She does the most magical drawings. She's such a super talented medium. She's been there through the whole thing. It is perfect because it's true. I'm just waiting for when Terry's just burst through that wall like the Kool-Aid Man, you know the Kool-Aid Man, everyone, just like, whoosh. No? Well, anyway. You're so
I think I remember vaguely a commercial. I'm like, pulling it out of the archives.
I remember it.
There you go.
And it's like time for Kool-Aid. Like,
busts through.
Kool-Aid.
He just busts through being who he is.
Yeah.
And Terry's one of the most magical people I know. And that is the absolute truth. I think it's time for Terry to share her magic a little bit more with the world. The world needs you, Terry.
We need your magic, Terry.
I need you, Terry. I love you, Terry. Shine your light. You are gorgeous. Drink your own brew. I love you.
I loved that card. That was dope.
See? Lisa knows Kool-Aid Man.
Yep, she did. All right. Next up is Lilima, right?
Yeah. How do you say it, Mandy?
I'm guessing Lilima, but if that's not right, let us know and we'll say it the right way. Tell us how to pronounce it. And she also said, could I get a read on my connection with Nicole? What's my advice?
Is that a person? Maybe it's a person.
Yeah, if you're still here, give us a little information about that, Lilima. She did ask a little bit ago if she missed her read. Nope, not yet. Okay. You're up now.
So, Lilima, I got for you inner peace is my bitch. Acceptance, better watch out. I'm coming for it next. Raven spirit, truth. And I'm going to read this card because this is one of the first times I've gotten this card, and having learned recently how to distinguish the difference between a raven and a crow, it's the feather shadow. I have been seeing both of them, and so let's read. Stark honesty is called for at this time in your life. In ancient Greece, it was believed that ravens carried messages from the gods, and because of their acute vision, they were thought to be the bringers of truth. The soul loves the truth. What is your truth regarding your life? Be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. Step away from those who are cagey. The hardest thing about living your truth is knowing exactly what that is. However, there is a place within you that always knows what is real and what isn't. Release situations and people with whom you find yourself less than honest for fear of being judged or not accepted. It can take time to discover what is true for you, but once you know, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Miracles follow when you take time to be genuine. The raven is also considered to be the totem and protector of the Queen of Fairies. The spirit of the raven says, the soul loves the truth. Find your truth. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Be fearless in your journey. Follow your inner guidance. Let go of what is not authentic and sincere in life. Be a shining example of truth for others. How in alignment with this Venus retrograde and stepping into our truth and releasing the thoughts of others, the need to please or be what others want us to be, and to just be so authentically you. So be that shining example of living in your truth and standing in your truth, speaking your truth, and just, coming from your center space and not from what others expect or want of you. So embrace your weird. That's how I like to word it, right? Because sometimes it feels weird to just be our true selves, right? Because of the conditioning. So speak your truth. And remember, inner peace is your bitch.
Lexi, what is that deck? I might need that.
Inner fucking peace.
It's just called that.
It's
Okay.
just called inner fucking peace.
Perfect.
And I really needed some support and some inner fucking peace in my life. So I was like, sold. And it is probably one of the best little decks I've ever gotten myself. They have a bunch of different really awesome ones. So I'm going to start collecting all of them.
It's good for a giggle, and like sometimes all I need is a giggle to change like my whole trajectory of my day. Like, yeah.
Well, if we can laugh about the hard shit, like that is ultimately becoming the alchemist, right? It's taking the shit that feels heavy and laughing at it, changing the energy of it, and it helps us release it. It helps us, just like crying helps us release. Sometimes to laugh so hard you cry, or cry and laugh. Like that's one of the most, it must look horrific when I do it, but I feel so amazing after, right?
It's so healing and transformative.
Yeah.
I cry, happy, mad, sad.
Love it.
Yeah.
Eyeballs, so.
And so, Jesse, did you pick up anything for Lalima on? Yeah.
Is this romance? Well, you know what? Lalima did not comment. So Lalima, if you comment with a little more information on this is romance or spiritual lead or read, we can like if you're looking to connect with an angel, or if you're looking to connect on a relationship thing, let us know, and then we can answer that a little more specifically. So in the meantime, I think we should hop on to our next one, which is Emma, right? Unless, did you guys have something coming through for that, or did you want more?
I did not.
Okay. No, if you wanted some more detail. Jess?
I would need to know the premise, because when it's very specific, I don't want to lead someone astray with a grand idea that's not applicable.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure on that one. Awesome. Okay, so Emma, I'm so excited you're here tonight. I'm so grateful. Emma is a new friend of mine who is an incredible intern at the Marine Mammal Training Center. She's been working hard all summer, and she's also a mermaid and dresses up like a mermaid named Pearl, which is in her profile picture right now. And she will be at our last splash reading a story in the museum at the beginning of our festival. So we're so excited about that. And if you're going to be around in New Jersey for the last splash, it's going to be Saturday, September 16th. And it's a mermaid and pirate festival in order to raise ocean awareness and funds for the Marine Mammals Training Center and the Absecon Lighthouse. And so I have the Healing Waters deck, Emma, and I feel that's only appropriate to pull some cards for you from. So for Emma, from the Healing Waters. Ooh. Beautiful. Oh, cool. Okay. So first you got clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. I get to have the privilege to know things have been a little stressful for you lately and you're not sure what's going to happen, but they want you to know that the water is getting clearer and more clarity with everything that's going on right now is coming to fruition for you. They're saying be patient, hang in there, trust in the divine timing of things. And as we talked about in the beginning of the show, we've got all these retrogrades going on. So things are taking longer and they're weird right now. And it's important to trust. You then get birth mysteries. What are you being called to create with this beautiful little baby? The creation energy, the womb space, we as women especially need to create every month, whether that's a baby or whether that's a project or a relationship or tending to something. The womb is a place where we not only create and give birth to life, but we also hold fear and pain there. And it's so important we pay attention to that. So whatever kind of creative thing you've got going on, I know you just got creative and became a mermaid, and I know you're creative with so many other things. I think that your creativity could be really healing right now to all aspects of your life and help to be, to ride out some time while you're waiting to see what happens. And then last but not least, which I think this is cool. It's the first time I've actually ever seen this card. This is a new deck I got and I'm working with it a little bit. And it's the Wishing Well, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels. So that's really exciting for you right now. Trust in the unexpected. Trust that whatever you're wishing for and whatever you're wanting is wanting you just as much, even though it's hard to trust in that sometimes. And know that the angels are going to line you up exactly where you need to be for your highest good at this time. Even if it's not totally what you want, even if it's not making sense, the opportunity to trust right now and really use that wishing well. So I'm so glad you're here, and thank you so much for allowing me to pull some cards for you. And I hope that supports you tonight, Emma.
So beautiful. I love it. Emma, you are living my dream of like being a mermaid. So maybe you can one day teach me to be a mermaid. I'm gonna be a mermaid too, because that's all I want.
No. We're manifesting Lexi coming to do. She does our sparkle hair, so we're manifesting Lexi to hopefully come to the last splash.
Yes. So up next.
You are so welcome, Emma. Big love. And Terry also said, and I appreciate you too, Emma. Terry also said, love the naughty decks. Knock knock, spiritual as fuck. And the rebel deck are cool for the days. We all need a message and a laugh too. Totally. And like everybody was saying, like this is an opportunity when you can bring laughter into your own shit. The sooner the better, And yeah, of course there's the laughing where you're like ignoring and deflecting things, but when you bring laughter, true laughter into something, it's because you're seeing it from a different perspective. It's because you're bringing in a different level of consciousness, and like Lexi said, it helps you transmute that shit, shake it on out. So yes, I love that.
I wrote those decks down because now I want to add them to my collection, so thank you for sharing those.
Awesome. All right, Angie's up next. Jessie for Angie.
Sure. Okay. Angie. I got number 43. I love this one. I just smile. With warmth. Okay. When the ones you need fly close, This one I've noticed comes up like just at the right moments for myself, for the ladies here, the Sea Goddess ladies. Like this one's been like just for real. So, not that the others aren't for real, but this one just is fantastic. And the green and the pink being heart chakra, I just love. So when the ones you need fly close, the essential meaning of this card is soulmates, important friendships and allies, positive community, help comes when it's needed. There are moments in life where you recognize the soul family you've chosen to experience life with. Often they feel so familiar. It's like you know you've traveled with them before. Some stay for a lifetime. You might find a true partner to commit to, or friendships that you grow old with throughout thick and thin. Some come into your life with wild passion, causing you to fall madly in love and think you have found the one true partner. When this type of relationship doesn't last, you end up heartbroken and confused. These situations are potent invitations to discover your patterns so you can heal and become a more expanded, healthier version of yourself. Don't withdraw and simply blame the other for your pain. No matter the outcome or the period of time it lasts, your connections are all meaningful. It's how we all learn and grow. It's how we find courage to be intimate, to change, and to discover who we really are. Right now, be grateful for the beautiful connections you have made in this journey. The universe knows the dream weavers pulled the threads of fate to draw you together to explore what it means to be human, to have a heart, and to know love in all its forms. When the ones you need fly close, it is a reminder that love is here for you. Be grateful for the people in your life who make you feel safe and seen and whom you can laugh with right now. They are all emissaries of the divine. So I think this is saying even the relationships that don't work out so well have lessons in them, have chances for us to examine ourselves, and to understand that they're still valuable. No, but also it's very important to recognize the people that are here now who support you and see you and love you and show that to you. Not just who we're seeking it from, from the people that are here now showing you the support and love. Soulmates are not always romantic partners. A lot of times they're very close friendships. There's that connect through lifetimes, I believe, and so we can have numerous soulmates come in and out as they need to each life. And there's that's really more important than another. So like if you're finding yourself in a tougher time with relationships, put more of your emphasis seeing those who show up for you regularly instead of the ones that don't. Because we can oftentimes, I say we because I do it, expend more energy towards the people that do not show us the love and support instead of giving our energy back to those who do show us the love and support. So if you're having if you're feeling unsupported, just wipe the slate clean and take a closer look at who is there every day or every week on a regular basis, and give more of your energy to those relationships, because we always have soul relationships around us. We can just get distracted from them. So it's important to be grateful for the connections that are already here. They're always here. But then also to find the deeper meaning maybe in the relationships that didn't work out. They might still be soulmates, just here to teach you a certain thing so that you can level up and reach a higher potential of your own self. You're always supported and your soul family is here. So it's important to recognize that. And I think we're part of your soul family because we're here and you're here. You know what I mean?
I'm so glad. That was so beautiful. And I'm so glad you're here, Angie. And Ursula and I have had the honor to work with Angie a few times now in a beautiful capacity and spaces she's created. And we're so glad you're here. We're so glad you tuned in. And we hope that message was supportive for you tonight. I'm sure it was. Thank you so much, Chelsea. All right. So, who do we have left on our list? I know Felicia is up. And then how many more do we have?
Felicia and Andrea. That's all.
All right, cool. And then we're going to cut it off after that, unless anybody else. I don't think there was one more, but I think we're good. And Angie said, right on. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Big, big love to you, Angie.
We love you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Felicia and then Andrea. What were you going to say, Jess? Sorry.
Just a lot of people love you. It's like,
Yes.
It's so weird. I feel like sometimes we're like hanging on to like the need of a love of one person, and we're not seeing the fact that like 100 other people are showing us love because we got like tunnel vision or whatever. Just like, gosh, you're fully supported. I just, yeah. Zoom out. You are fully supported.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I always say you don't even realize like who you've affected. You know, half the times we don't realize who our ripple has hit. You know, so like sometimes we need to hear it. Sometimes we need to know. Sometimes we need to have that little moment where, you know, oh, it did help somebody, or we do, you know, we did have that. So I love it. So, and I'm so excited to read for Felicia. She's a friend of mine. I almost feel like Mandy should do it, but I'm gonna do it because I already pulled a card, and for my girl.
I was going to say, we can trade if you want, because I read for Andrea often, and I do love Andrea also. But if you want, I'm open for it. Or you keep going. Whatever you want, Popo.
Yeah, do it.
Well, how about you do your card first, and then I'll add on. How about we'll do something a little special here, and maybe the three of us will tag team these last two.
Yeah, because I know it's like one of Felicia's first nights on here, so I just
welcome Felicia. Okay, each of us, I usually pull 3 cards. Each of us will pull 1 card for Felicia and 1 card for Andrea, and we'll wrap it up for tonight.
I love it. So Felicia, from the Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck, you got Abracadabra Connect. And so I freaking love this card so much because it's a reminder of our true power and how magical we really can be, and that our words and our thoughts and what we speak into existence, right into existence, actually has power behind it, right? So what we think, our thoughts create our reality. And so this really brings into play the fact that we can write our own magic, right? We can create our own magic with the things that we say. And this card really suggests for you to speak to your heart, right? Hold your hands over your heart and say abracadabra. Say it a few times to get into that energy, and say into your speak gratitude into your heart, words, loving words to yourself. This is also a card that they pair with Gratitude Rampage. So it's speaking all the things that you are grateful for. So make that gratitude list of all the things you are grateful for, and even the things that you don't have yet that you want. Show gratitude for them as if you already have them. There's magic within that. So definitely hold on to that heart chakra. Open up that heart chakra, reach into it, live from it, speak from it, and know that you are freaking magical, girl. You are so magical. So that was my card I pulled for her. Mandy, your turn.
I think that was so beautiful. All right, healing waters for Felicia. What message would you like to pass most from the healing waters for Felicia? The pearl. Look at that. We were just talking about mermaid pearl with Emma. So the pearl, alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. So if you don't know, pearls are made when a little bit of sand or some sort of debris that's irritating to the oyster or the clam, but mostly oysters here up on the East Coast. And what happens is once they get this piece of foreign object, sometimes it could be a little piece of sand, a shell, a tiny piece of plastic, who knows? But when they get something in there that irritates it, a piece of grit, if you will, what the oyster does is it starts putting out this goo all around it. Essentially, it's kind of like its scab, and it turns it into like a fortress to keep it safe from being irritated. And so it talks about from grit to grace, because literally that's what happens. It's this little piece of grit, and then you build this incredible pearl around it is what happens. So it's kind of their scab. We end up paying a whole lot of money for them and loving them and finding them beautiful, but that's how what happens with it. So this is a time for you to really know that you're on the side of things where you get to receive a reward and you get to enjoy the grace of the energies that you've created in your life. And alchemy is all about healing and transforming and coming into a different level of consciousness and a different level of love than we've experienced before. So right now you've got some lovely wisdom and some pearls and some beautiful energy coming your way, and you deserve it at this time. So big love, Felicia. I hope that helps you. And I know Jesse's got one more for Felicia.
Okay, I pulled number 20. What the winter spirits know. There's a lot going on in this card. That's the white buffalo there. I know that's a significant piece of symbology. So if you wanted to look that up, the white buffalo. I know our friend Mandy Sherlin was really into that, the white buffalo. So just going to mention that. White buffalo, number 20. Obstacles that are divinely timed, the season of rest, slowing down to regroup. I feel like this might be about the grit that turns into the pearl. Anyway, so obstacles are placed in our path for a purpose, to slow us down. If you encounter ice, you need to proceed with caution. If you encounter a no, maybe a yes will come from a new source. If you encounter a mountain, you need time to figure out whether you should climb it, walk around it, dig a tunnel through it, or choose another path altogether. Regardless of the form the obstacle takes, the winter spirits know that sometimes you need to put something on ice until a better time. If something isn't working right now, trust that it's not meant to, at least not yet. What the winter spirits know is that the season of slowing down to contemplate and dream is upon you now. Take advantage of this time to regroup, rethink your choices, and make a plan. Only after you've rested and surrendered will you receive the wisdom that heralds the time of regeneration and rebirth. And who knows, perhaps the obstacles in your path you've been planning for may have melted away by then. And who knows, perhaps the obstacles in your path you've been planning for may have melted away by then. I see. So I think that just if you're so if you're encountering resistance, it might be wise to take a step back and rethink, regroup. That's one of the major things of any retrograde is the words, right? We learned that recently, Mandy. The rethink, reevaluate, regroup, reflect.
We came up with 40. There's so many. Reset, reflect, reorganize, reprioritize, anything with the relationships.
Yeah, take the time. So if you don't, my point being, don't keep pushing. Take a step back, regroup, reevaluate what you're even trying to do. And during that time, a yes door will probably open. So you might have been knocking on the wrong door to achieve something. Take a step back, reassess your situation. And I feel like during that time, a yes door will open. It might just be slightly to the left of the other one, it doesn't mean no forever, but pay attention to where there is resistance, because there doesn't have to be resistance. It might just be there's some details in your plan that that need to be reworked. I I'm I feel like resting is important. That's also an RE word. um so if you're feeling resistance, just take a step back and breathe and take the pressure off yourself to achieve whatever it is. Um because the yes will happen. It'll work itself out, but it's important not to keep pushing when you feel resistance. Just take a chill break and then like try again. Maybe with a slightly different angle.
I love that. Love, love, love. That was for Felicia. And she also just commented and said, these are all resonating so much and has been so helpful. I just applied to go back to college for a new degree, and it has involved a lot of change to my current situation in my art career. Oh, yes. Now we see the pearls you are working on. Literally, pearls of wisdom, getting it. You go. Incredible. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to pull some cards for you. She said a whole lot of change. All right. Last but not least, of course, is Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Sending big, big love to you and to your dad and your whole crew. And we just are so grateful whenever you hold soul space with us. So, Lexi, do you want to go first for Andrea?
I do. I'm so excited, Andrea. First off, namaste, bitches. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Dang, girl. You're so divine. So, and then you got from the Sacred Forest, number 34, Secret Spring, Success. And I just want to read this card because I love it. And yeah, so just listen in, tune in. All things are possible. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have, the more success pours into your life, and the more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune you will have. Act as if and feel as if you are wildly successful, and even more success will develop. Accept that you already are thriving. You are. And the more victories you will emerge. The more victories will emerge. If a situation seems to knock you down, get up and take a moment to explore what you learned, and then keep going. In Celtic tradition, secret springs were magical. Water was the source of life, and in their legends, mystical beings would emerge out of the springs and later return through them. Fairy queens and mythic heroes were said to have emerged from the springs, and these sacred well springs were a place to commune with the divine. Good fortune blessed those who honored the spirit of the secret spring. The spirit of the secret spring says, success is flowing into your life. The vitality and a glowing, youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There is no need to struggle. The universe has your back. So, if you need to go and like bask in some water, take a shower, and just like feel the abundance of water rush over and the success, picture it as like just success showering over you, because girl, you are truly magical and truly divine. So love.
Me too. That was beautiful. And I'm going to follow up and pull a Healing Waters card for Andrea and her dad. Got a little insight into the unknown. Underworld, death, courage, facing your fears. You know, when we're worried about a loved one, especially, it can be one of our worst fears and the hardest things that we have to go to and check out. And a lot of times the way we alchemize fears are becoming curious by it or going there and thinking about what if I lost this job? What if I lost this relationship? What if like this happened? How would I handle it? What would I do? Let me face some of these fears right now. So they're just sending big, big love to you and to your dad right now. And they're showing that he is held and loved and supported by you and by other angels and energies and good things. And it is a time for you all to connect with the waters and the healing waters. And I know that you enjoy looking at water and being near it and things like that. And maybe it's something that can help your dad at this time too. I know that Lexi's card really mentioned like the healing wells of rejuvenation and cool things. So, I really hope that this supports you tonight, and know that it's safe to take a look at whatever's going on, and know that you're held. And it's important to just trust in whatever's going on right now as you're facing the unknown, and trust that everything's happening for the highest good of each soul at all times. Big, big love, and so glad you're here, Andrea. And last but certainly not least, of course, is Jessie.
Okay, so I love this one too. I got number 25. Time to feed the hungry heart. The essential meaning here is time out, self-care, and need to regroup and replenish. There they are again, those words. We got retrograde version today again. Regroup, replenish, and nourish of self. There are times when you work so hard and move so fast, juggling so many things and putting others first, that you don't remember to take care of yourself. When this happens, you start to feel burned out. You might resist this knowledge and force yourself through the exhaustion to prove you're a hero, to show how far you can push yourself. After all, it's impressive being the too busy one, the one who handles it all. The universe is not impressed. This is a message for me too. So,
Me three, probably everybody who's still here. Thank you for people who are still here watching us and holding the space with us and Andrea and Jessie. But yeah, I think that collectively called us all out. Thank you.
I know, we don't have to be doing that. That's the whole, like, put the oxygen on yourself first thing. We all know it. We all hear it. But, like, do we do it? Not all the time. So, the universe is not impressed. It says that. That's so funny. Did you know that the world will continue to spin if you take some time to take care of yourself? Also called out. Do you remember what kinds of books or shows you love to explore for the sake of fun? You must build yourself up with stories of hope and redemption, love and goodness, triumph and truth, if you want to write it into your own story. Maybe you need a hot bath and a good cry, or not, a hug from a pet dancing for the sake of it, a walk where you don't bring your list of to-dos with you. You can accomplish so much more if you include rest, relaxation, fun, spending quality time with your loved ones, healthy food, lots of self-love to your menu. It's time to feed your hungry heart. Feed it with love. So I feel like, you're doing so much. You're worrying about all the things, but it's depleting you, I feel like. And as selfish as it might seem to take a few hours to yourself and have a salt bath or whatever it is that might make you feel relaxed, watch a show that nobody wants to watch with you. I've got a ton of those. Watch it, it's not a waste of time. It's not. And I know I'm just feeling like you feel like you have so much to do. Just include yourself on the list. You don't have to not do the other things. Just include yourself on your to-do list. Like for real. It's time to feed your hungry heart. You cannot take care of others in the way that you want to unless you take care of yourself as well. It sounds so cliche, but it's really, really true. And I can really feel this energy quite a bit here. Like, I'm reading the card and stuff, but I feel you too. I feel you behind it. You cannot solve the world's problems if you haven't slept. So make sure what you feed your body is stuff that's going to help you get through the day and not just get you through an hour. be mindful. It's worth it.
Love it.
You got this. I'm
You
rooting.
You do got this. And oh, hey, Beth. What's up? We're just wrapping off. So you just caught us. So what up? Glad you're here. And Andrea, thank you for sharing. And thank you. She said, I will. She said, it's a hard message, but a true message. And today's affirmation from Louise is, I'm always in the right place at the right time, doing just the right thing. There is no wrong in my life. And I think it's so important. This is an opportunity for all of us to have grace with ourselves, to love ourselves, to start fresh and that clean slate that Jesse was talking about earlier, and just let yourself show up for yourself tomorrow, each and every one of us. And Beth, since you're right here right now too, I'm just pulling a quick little for Bethy. She got the water carrier. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize. Oh shit, you know what that means. You've been doing that. The water carrier. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize. So you know what that means. You know what's up. You know what really matters. And if you made it to the end of our live, I always offer my 50% off coupon. So if you want to hold soul space with me and would like to save a little bit, all of my services are listed on Sea Goddess Healing Arts on my Mandy Elam page. And what you can do is type in a coupon that says Mandy Live, MandeeLive, Mandy Live, kind of Mandy Live, whatever, same thing. And it'll give you 50% off. And I'd be so honored to hold some soul space with you. So just know that that's out there. And I love to offer it, especially if you've made it all the way through one of our shows in our lives. Jess, do you have anything else you want to add tonight?
No. Just thank you for spending time with me, and I feel a lot better than I did when I started. I was all like frustrated and inside my own nonsense, and that's how I knew I had to do this tonight, because it's like it's all gone. I love you all. I also have offerings of readings on our website. I don't have a coupon code right now, although I really should do that, honey. We should do that. I'll make myself one for next time.
And on that note, make time for you this week. XO, Jesse. Big love. Thanks for giving us a like, a share, a follow. Join our Soul Garden membership. It's an amazing space. Tons of bang for your buck. Lots of classes and opportunities and events and things coming up. So thank you for being here, and thank you for holding space with us. If you like Facebook and you're not part of our Facebook Sea Goddess community yet, check that out. Jesse's our ringmaster in there along with Lexi, and we'd love to see you. So big love from our heart to yours. Have a beautiful Lionsgate portal week. Take care.
Love you all.